Hi everybody. Okay, today I'm going to make Hainanese chicken rice. Okay, so basically it's not a very difficult recipe. Basically, you just have a few steps to take just to achieve a really nice chicken rice. Okay, before we begin, these are the main ingredients that you need. First of all, you need the chicken. Okay, this chicken is about 1 kilo. Wash and clean. We remove all the fat and the skin, the side skins of the chicken, and also the butt. And all this skin and fat I've kept aside. Now this skin and fat, keep it in the fridge so that you will get dry a little. This is to be fried and then you can get the chicken flavor. Okay, so for the chicken, you will need to boil it. So these are the things you will boil with the chicken. About a thumb size of ginger you slice, okay, and about 5 garlic, just smash it. Then you need Daun bawang. I'm using 3 stalks, and you will need 1 stalk of Maggi chicken cube. This helps with the flavor of the broth later. Okay, so for the rice, we are using 3 cups of rice. So for 3 cups of rice, this rice will need to be washed and soaked, and then it can be cooked. You will need ginger garlic paste. So have the same amount of ginger and garlic. You can pound them or grate them together or you can blend it to make into a fine paste. Then you need pandan leaf, wash it and knot it, and a small onion just chop up finely, which all this you will fry with the rice before you cook it. Okay, wash and rinse the rice a few times until the water runs clear. Just as per normal, like how you're going to cook your rice, and then just add enough water and just soak this rice for about 1 hour plus. Okay, now we need to prepare the chicken. Okay, already wash and clean the chicken. Now you need to make sure that the skin will become nice and smooth. This is how you do it. Take some salt, normal salt, plain salt, and put it all over the chicken and gently rub the chicken with the salt. Okay, all over the wings. Now this actually what it does is you're getting rid of any dirt and fat that is on the skin. Make sure you rub all the skin gently, and that is why after you have done all this, when you cook the chicken skin will be very nice and smooth. So make sure give the chicken a nice massage. Okay. After this, you will wash off all the salt. Both sides of the chicken. Don't rub too hard because you don't want to tear the skin. Okay? You just want to exfoliate anything from the skin. Okay, after you've done that, wash the chicken. Now when you're washing the chicken, stretch the legs. You want the tendons and muscles to relax, so that when you cook the chicken, the flesh will be tender. Okay, you see how smooth now the chicken skin looks like? Okay, it looks very nice and shining and smooth. Okay, now I'm going to prepare the ginger garlic paste. All the ginger and the garlic.
Now, when you make ginger garlic paste, is basically the equal amount of garlic and ginger. Now, you also might want to know how much ginger garlic paste to use to the amount of rice that you're going to be cooking. Basically, it's 2 cups of rice to 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. All right. I like to pound. It becomes smoother. You can blend this or you can grate the ginger garlic paste. That's totally up to you. Okay, I started boiling the water while I pounding the ginger garlic paste. Now when the water is boiling, you're starting to boil the water, you can add in your chicken cube. Now if you don't have chicken cube, you don't have to use it, or you can also use any chicken stock. It helps with the flavor. Now I'm also adding in the chicken feet, the wing tip, and the gizzard also into the broth. Now for the chicken legs, make sure you clean it properly, chop off all the nails to the first knuckle and wash it well. Now this will add to the flavor of the stock. Okay, the water is slowly coming to a boil. So now you need to prepare your chicken. Make sure you take it out of the fridge when you start boiling the chicken, start boiling the broth, because why? You need the chicken to come to room temperature. So take all your garlic that you smashed and put into the cavity. All of the garlic and all of the ginger that you slice up. Okay. And the Daun bawang, or whatever you all call this, it's Daun bawang. Just stuff it into the cavity. Always put the Daun bawang last, is because it will keep all the other ingredients inside. Okay. Okay, now you're ready to cook the chicken. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this. I'm boiling the water with the chicken parts inside. When you're making the broth or any chicken stock, always put in everything when the water is cold. Now, why do you do that? It's because you want the whatever meat or vegetables in there to slowly heat up, and it will release all the residue in there. So then all of this you can skim out and throw away. Then the broth will be nice and clear. Okay, the water is boiling vigorously now. So we are ready to do the most important part of all. Okay, for me, I do it this way. Hold the chicken by the legs, and then dunk in the chicken. All the way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift up the chicken and let all the water drain. Now wait until the water is drained, and then dunk in again. All the way in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift up again. Do this 3 times. Then the chicken skin, will you see the chicken skin getting much more shiny? Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave it out. Okay, now you're going to put the whole chicken in, breast side down. Okay, breast side facing down. Okay, as you can see, the chicken is inside with the breast side down. Turn the fire up and let it come to a boil. You will let it boil for 15 minutes this way. Only 15 minutes. Okay, now it's boiling already for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, turn off the fire. Turn off the fire, and then you need to turn the chicken. Turn it to breast side up. Breast side up, and then cover the whole pot. Keep it covered for 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, then you can remove the chicken and put it in ice water to cool down. Okay, the chicken has been in here for 45 minutes. Now, you have to prepare an ice bath. Ice cubes with ice water. Make sure it's ready. Now, take out the chicken from the water. Let the water drain when you take out. Okay, drain the water out. And then immediately plunge it into the ice water. You're going to shock the chicken into the ice water. Okay, breast side down. Okay, let me show you the chicken. See, it's in the ice bath now. Okay, so leave it there to cool down, and then you can remove the chicken.
How long?
Okay, the chicken has cooled down already. So now you can remove the chicken. Drain all the water out, as much of the water as possible. Okay, drain all the water out. Then put it into a plate. See how nice the skin is? Now, you've done that already. You will have to brush the chicken. Brush the chicken with sesame oil. Just put the sesame oil on a brush and just brush all over the chicken. Okay. Turn the chicken. Wow, you can get the smell. Okay, this will keep the chicken nice and moist once you do this. See the skin, how thin it is now? Okay, that's it. Now just leave the chicken aside until you want to cut it. Okay, now the next step is to fry the chicken fat. So, I normally put all the chicken fat on a kitchen towel to dry it as much as possible so that, it won't splatter so much. Then I add it. Don't make the fire too big because it can splatter. Now the whole idea of doing this is to get the flavor of the chicken into the oil. Once you have that, then your chicken rice will taste really, really good. So gently fry it until it gets all dry before you add in the rice. Okay, I've rendered the fat already. Now, I will fry the chopped onion first. You just want to soften the onions. Now, most chicken rice recipes that you can find anywhere on the internet, they will never put onions. Now, for me, I put onions is because it gives a slightly sweeter taste to the rice. It tastes so much better with the onions. Once the onions is soft enough, you can add in the ginger garlic paste. Now, since I'm using 3 cups of rice, I will use only 1.5 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste. That is enough. The balance that I have here will go to making the chili. You fry the ginger garlic paste until the raw smell disappears. How do you know when the raw smell is disappeared? Is when you can get a nice aroma of the ginger and the garlic. That means the raw smell is gone. Okay, now can get a nice smell of ginger and the garlic. You can throw in your pandan leaf and your soaked rice. So all you need to do is now after this, add in sesame oil and fry the rice until this raw rice, until it's slightly dry. Then after that, you can put it all of it into the rice cooker to cook your rice. Okay, so I will add in, for 3 cups of rice, I will add in about 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Now, sesame oil actually depends on the quality of the sesame oil that you use. If it's very good quality sesame oil, you can use lesser. Alright? Why, if only you all got smeller internet. The smell is so nice. So mix this up and just fry, mix everything, fry until everything gets slightly dry. Then you can put into the rice cooker. No salt is added because when you add the chicken broth in, that's when you add salt. Okay, the rice now have got much drier. So now you can put it all into the rice cooker. See the texture how it is? See? Much drier. Okay, so you use chicken broth to cook your rice. Add the amount of broth that you need for the chicken rice. Okay, also don't forget, you have to add salt to taste. There's no salt in the broth. Okay, then just cook your rice as per normal. Okay, I added 1 teaspoon of sugar in here. Now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce. Just 1 tablespoon is enough. Okay, 1 tablespoon. And then I'm going to add the chicken broth. The chicken broth I will add about 1 ladle full. Okay, about this amount. So just mix it up until everything dissolves. This is the sauce that will be poured on the chicken after you have cut up the chicken. Okay, that's it. Okay, these are the ingredients needed to make the chicken rice chili sauce.
You need chili. See how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 chili.
Fresh chili.
Thumb size ginger, and about 4 or 5 garlic is enough. Okay, and this thing all you grind. After that, you add the broth, and then you cook it for a while. We will show you how it's done. Okay, now we will add the broth to the chili and the ginger and garlic. Now the broth, we already added salt to it.
So little taste.
Okay. After you have grinded it already, then you cook it over a fire. Now it will be watery, but don't worry about it. Then add a little bit of tomato sauce,
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons of tomato ketchup. This one, the tomato ketchup depends on how much you're making actually. So roughly about 2 tablespoons of tomato ketchup, some sesame oil, and some sugar. Okay. So all these things you do is according to your taste. So you cook it so that it will last much longer, and you don't have to worry about it getting bad. And also you can render down the liquid so that it will be thicker. It will be nice and thick. Also, you have to add a little bit of vinegar to add a little tartness to it. Or if you don't have vinegar, you can squeeze lemon or lime. That's it. So you just cook it down nicely until it boils. Taste it and just add whatever salt or sugar that you need to. Okay, I cut up the chicken already. Here's the carcass, which my wife will eat most of the carcass. Sayo for us to eat. Tomato, lettuce and cucumber. The chicken is all nicely cut up already. Looks great, And then now you need to pour the sauce on it. The sauce I made, okay, pour on the chicken. This will keep the chicken nice and moist and tasty, because basically chicken has not much flavor, but this chicken, after we have cooked it so well with ginger and all that, so it's very tasty now. Okay, that's about it. The rice is in the rice cooker and will be ready soon. This is the chili sauce that already done. See? So you can boil it as long as you want to make it how thick you want. Okay? But remember, once it cools down and you put it in the fridge, it will get much thicker. And make sure you taste it to your liking. That's it, everybody. Bye. Okay, everything is ready for lunch. The rice is nice and fragrant and oily. Sauce, chicken looks super good. Vegetable, chili, and the carcass. Jemput makan, everybody. Now can wallap, cekik. And of course, last of all, forgot, here comes the soup. Bye, everyone.